Ano ba ha?
Oh, kuya.
Lamig.
Narang kuya kiniki di ba na bagi advertisement?
Balay sila penjara na di. Papinyan kerpang kini. Like link bang kasyulong advertisement.com. Pinyo buat kijing pedla. Bat kiberta kishula. Link bang kasyulong advertisement.com.
Oh, tama. Bilay si Bon.
Jingthmu mudui Ïing Kashari pyrshah Memorandum of Understanding MoU pynbeit hapadeng kejala megaliabat Assam halon riutli kijaka badon jingya kanat kandei ka Hima dak hasil satumas district council ki HYC laong president ka new trap youth council HYC ba Robert Jun Kharjarin ya kani ula jubab halo ka jingkli nakilat pathai kubor halor karai ki MDC ka NPP haki HYC banum kersyan ya ka jingthmu mudui pyrshah ka MoU pynbeit ulong ba ka syong haki banrai henry ka jingi sharut ka sorka ki Hima but district council hakani ka rai pynbeit kalong ka babakla palan.
You see, as far as the knowledge I know, case supposed to be filed by the Hima, not by this council. That's what I know. So whether they support or not is totally on their decision to make. But from HYC, we would like to state very clearly that the left out of the Khasi Hima and the left out of this council in this settlement is highly irregular, is illegal, and not only that, is like an insult to this institution which has been prevailing before the state government actually come to take place.
Halor ki kubor ba ki seng san perthei ki dawaban phak mi biang ya ka MoU pynbeit ulong ba ki malie hak sarkar ki larai ban kersyani ka MoU pynbeit na du ka singin kong bat ka jingdawa ban pej bnia biang kadai na kinong trai party na ki malie ne ki menteri sarkar.
So which mean they have agreed from day one on MoU. But the demanding, if you properly examine also, the demanding to review the MoU from party like BJP before, and then HSPDP or UDP come from party workers who are not ministers. Which meant that it seemed like there is a communication gap between the non-MLA and the MLA in this party when it comes to the interstate boundary dispute. And why? And we have all seen the MoU, and the MoU has clearly said that it will be a full and final agreement when it comes to the 6 area different. So the question that this government on its own will review also doesn't arise. The only group that can review is that if the two governments come again to review, or if the Home Ministry direct them to review, or the last option will be the court strike the MoU, strike down the MoU, and then go back to the regional committee, and then it can be reviewed. You see, the problem with this is that the government involved this council and the traditional head at the district level committee. They did not even involve directly in the regional committee where there are two regional committee from both the state for each district. This council and traditional institution was not involved directly in the regional committee, but was involved in the district committee constituted by the state government. Forget about before signing. They have not even been briefed till date. Till date, they have not even been briefed by the CM itself. The CM has briefed the matters in the House, which we can consider that it has been briefed to the general public as a whole, but directly to them they have not been briefed. So this is something which is not acceptable, and we do hope that the Home Ministry will intervene in this issue, and not only that, we do hope that the Honorable Court, if this traditional institution file the case, will give justice to this traditional institution. You see, not only the Indian Independent Acts. Indian Independent Acts is the start of new India, of independent India. And apart from that, we should not forget that we also execute the IOA and IA. As per the provision of IOA and IA, the territory of the Khasi and Jentia state and the Khasi Hill and Jentia district has to be under one. There has to be one administration for this territory. And not just IUA, we go to the concern of India, Para 20 of the 6th schedule, and apart from Para 20 of the 6th schedule, the Assam Reorganization Act 1969 and the Northeast Reorganization Act 1971 also clearly stated that the territory of this council shall comprise of the territory of the known Khasi state and the Khasi and Jentia Hill district, plus with the normal Shillong area and cantonment area. So even the laws clearly specify that you have to know the territory of the Khasi chief first. Otherwise, it will be illegal. Otherwise, it will be irregular also. How can you go and signing a state boundary without knowing the boundary of this council, without knowing the boundary of the Khasi state, and without knowing the boundary of the Khasi Jentia district? So this is something which we feel that the court should intervene, and not only the court. I do hope that even though the MOU was signed in the presence of the Home Ministry, even the Home Ministry should intervene on this. One thing we have to be clear: illegality and irregularity is on the part of Meghalaya. Assam, because it's revenue land, is a land where the state actually owns the land, with the exception of tribal belt and tribal block. With regard to Assam, they can do whatever they want. Maybe there is no irregularity, but Meghalaya should know that under the state of Meghalaya there is this council, and under this council there is actually Hima. You will see how Assam do when it comes to block 1, block 2, because Karbi Anglong, this council will be involved. Will Assam go against the voice and consent of Karbi Anglong, this council? I don't think so. The moment stage 2 come, block 1 and block 2 will be settled. Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council will be there. I don't think so that the government of Assam will bypass Karbi Anglong, just like the government of Meghalaya bypassed the 2 ADC in settling this border. So, in my opinion, this is irregular, highly irregular, and also is illegal. It's a violation of the Para 20 of the 6th Scheduled Constitution of India, and also the 1969 Act, and also 1961. And apart from that, it violated our historical perspective when it comes to IUA and India Independent Acts and history as a whole. To be very frank, this MOU tried to erase the 1,000 years of history, the territory of the Khasi state. Can they just do that? One of the criteria is historical aspect. Can this MOU erase that entire history? I think history has to be valued, history has to be honored. Otherwise, what's the point of having its own history?